And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets us forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They run it again with Cook. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
They'll try the middle with Cook.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Kansas City defense took to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
They get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw, it's Mahomes.
He'll check this one down at Pacheco.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Toss right side to Pacheco.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And complete, right side to Cook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he wisely will throw that one away. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 43. Mahomes now to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. On the move past the 40. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Butker's kick here is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall.
We'll get things started up at Ford Field
in
Detroit, here we go with quarter
where it was
3.
the visiting Falcons who were able to come away with the victory. Jarvis Landry, over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it first and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Now Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Left side, Cook. A nice little juke. They find some open field here. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run again on 1st down, Cook. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, it's Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Cook up the gut. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mercedes Lewis from 10 yards out. And the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
How about the big guy there showing just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook.
Across midfield. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
A big play there out of Cook. 48 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to give the lead up to 4.
Gonzalez's kick is good.
And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a 1st down. They're just 1 yard. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. The Bears sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
This is taken at the 18. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
A 167 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 12. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Mahomes.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Here's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. One final try from Mahomes. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, that 2nd half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the 2nd half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the 2nd half, that's a surprise.